This is a story about how two adversaries can come together and do something for the greater common goods. I think it was brilliant on the part of ForestEthics. They launched a 2-year campaign against us, which was really amazing in terms of its scope. I mean, it was every traditional campaign tactic that you could think of. That I think there were actually 832 unique demonstrations against the company during this 2-year period. So basically like one a day or more than one a day.
So my name is Charlie. I've been an activist and a volunteer with ForestEthics for about 3 years now. You just heard Tom Katzenmeier talk about the over 800 actions that happened during the Victoria's Dirty Secret campaign. I just want to make sure that you know that those actions don't come out of thin air. They don't just happen. They're the result of long-term dedication and organizing, and also grassroots leadership development on the part of ForestEthics, building a network of activists all across the country who are not only committed to protecting the endangered forests in Canada, but also have the skill sets to do it. During my time at ForestEthics, I've done a lot of different things, from doing storefront demonstrations to going door-to-door talking to people about the importance of protecting the boreal forests. I learned most of these skills from our annual activist leadership summits. It's at the ForestEthics annual leadership summits where the real volunteer leadership development happens. It's here where we learn the skill sets that volunteers need to go back home and do successful storefront demonstrations that get companies like Sears to move, to work with ForestEthics and create real change on the ground in the boreal. But these events don't just happen because we want them to. They only happen because we put a lot of time and money into them. That's why it's so important that people like you support this growing movement by donating to the Activist Leadership Summit. I want to tell you about an experience that really helped connect the dots for me between the actions I'm doing back home and the impact that we have on the boreal forests. In the summer of 2006, I was part of a small group of select activists across the country who actually went to the boreal forest to see the clear cuts that were happening firsthand. I can't tell you what it was like to stand in the middle of a massive clear cut and know that companies like Sears and other junk mailers were destroying this pristine environment just to make catalogs, just to make junk mail that goes straight in our trash cans. Being in that forest, seeing the slash piles of wasted trees, really brought it home to me that we had to be on when we went back home. We had to put the pressure on these companies to make changes, to work with ForestEthics to win concrete successes on the ground. I can tell you from personal experience, it's events like the annual leadership summit and trips to the boreal forest that motivate grassroots activists to go back home and do this work. This work is what generates ForestEthics campaign pressure from the grassroots all the way up to protecting the boreal forests. By supporting our work now, you're not only investing in current victories, but you're investing in a future movement of volunteer activists that will continue to work with ForestEthics to support the protection of the boreal forests.